Hi, everybody. Welcome to Dr. B's Advice to the World. I'm Dr. Anita Blanchard, and this is my channel in which I give people information about life, being an academic, being a working mother, and all of that stuff. Okay, so first off, good thing this isn't a beauty blog because my hair is still like almost sopping wet, and I have been trying to find decent light in here and I can't, and I don't really care. And that's actually the theme of today's talk. So, advice, because you can take this or you can leave it. And by the way, I'm going to cuss in this one. So if that bothers you, you might want to, maybe skip this one. Although this is probably one that's going to be relevant to most people. So I'm teaching a class this semester on writing and thinking and in organization sciences and in liberal studies. It's an interdisciplinary program, and we spend a lot of time talking about how to write well and how to think creatively to do things. And right now we're reading a book on Anne Lamott, and I tell you, it's Bird by Bird. It is such an amazing book. I think this is the fourth time I've read it, and every time I read it I get something different out of it. And what I'm getting out of it for today's discussion in class is that, publishing, that's what we need to do in research. We've got to publish things, but it's really not the important part of what we need to be doing. We should be excited about our writing, our research, our thinking, our contributing something to society. And there's a lot of self-doubt that comes along with that process. There's a lot of self-doubt because you're going to be told where you're wrong, where your thinking is bad, where your writing is not very good. So all the stuff that you like doing, you're going to be told is bad at some point. And do you know how you need to handle that? Because you need to keep going. For people in research, if people doing science, people doing writing and doing what they think is important in this world, you need to keep doing it. Even though you know fully well people are going to tell you that your writing's bad, they don't understand what you're talking about, they think that's kind of a stupid idea, blah, blah, blah. Okay, fine, you need to do it. And the way you do it is that you run out of fig Newtons. Maybe even flying fig Newtons. And if that's too subtle, then you need to just give zero fucks. Okay? That's the thing here. That's what we're going to be talking about. You need to do your work knowing fully well that people are going to say bad things about it, because that's just how research is. And it's so surprising when people get all worked up on the news that if you criticize someone on the news or in politics, that's bad, when in science all we do is tell each other that you're not doing that right, you're not thinking that correctly, your data has problems. That's just how we do it. And we still need to do it because we know we've got a truth we want to talk about and we want to share. And so there's a thing my grad students and I do in our lab, and I'm going to have to figure out how to do this on the screen because it's kind of important. But we have a phrase, and our phrase goes, let me see if this works. Let me see. Behold the field in which I grow my fucks, and note that it is barren. You gotta have the arm up, right? You gotta be pointing to my barren field of fucks. Let's do it again. Behold the field in which I grow my fucks, and note that it is barren. We do that a lot in our lab. We have a couple of pictures of us where we're all standing like this. If I can find some, I'll point them. At one point, the university had that featured somewhere, and we were like, ah! But the point is, you've got to do research. You've got to think. You've got to be in this world doing it right, doing what you know is true and right, and not caring that people are going to tell you you're wrong, because that's going to happen. That's going to happen. It can stop you. So stop you in your tracks. You got to keep moving forward. In fact, I had a revision for a paper a couple of like a year ago, And my students were like, oh my God, you've got little sprouts of fucks in your field. And I'm like, oh, you're right. I have to go get rid of them. And like, in my head, I sent my bunnies in to eat the fucks that were growing in my field so I can finish up my revision and send it back, which did get accepted, and it was fine. That's the whole thing. Don't hold yourself back because you give a flying fig Newton that no one else really cares about. Okay? That's it. This is advice. That's what I said earlier. You could take it or you leave it. Certainly you have to care in some ways about being a good human being. But a lot of the time, behold. Talk to you guys again soon. Bye.